Hello, I am Elijah, formerly known as Bird, as you can you already know probably. Part of the video where it may seem kind of boring because I'm just sitting here talking while there's graphics playing and occasionally videos that show up when I give it the cue, but I'm gonna talk anyway. We're here today to talk about finding paradise. Not just finding paradise, but what happened to us personally when it came to finding paradise, which we did not find. Technically. As you already know, Celine has her own fae, named Sarah, who was originally her OC and has now beautifully blossomed into the wonderful lady we know today, at least we know personally. If you've already noticed the amount of times I have said we, yes, I am also two people in one body because of finding paradise. Okay, so to paint you a picture, we'll paint you a picture. Back in September, as we were recording the footage where Roxanne Winters officially stepped into the field and started prodding Watts about his machine, which I'm sure we were all extremely curious about at that point. As you can tell in this video, sure, I was voicing Dear Watts, but something is different. And I'd like to show you a few clips first before I tell.
Swimmingly. Neil was just gonna go check on Colin.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on Colin. Hi, scary lady. Hey, about earlier. Never mind that. That was progress with patient. Just, well, he almost unlocked his entire lifeline. Timeline. Whatever. Same thing. Then we'll just send the signal and bam! Another job well done. By me. And no one else. Sounds like you've got everything under control. You bet. Hey, look, I still think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier. When I said I couldn't stand you, swear it was only because I thought you were listening. Belong. Please. Just don't mess up this case. I had a strange feeling about it when I read the files. Oh.
Your coat is so shiny, Neil. Did you get it dry cleaned?
How can you switch tones like that without third-degree whiplash?
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, about your machine.
The dry cleaning is just the best. It's great. So good.
Well, like the chief said at the start, this is why they put their best people onto these projects, but then they can't find them, so they hire Neil and Rosaline instead.
Excuse you, Rosaline is fine.
Are you kidding me? I'm the greatest in the team, alright? Neil Watts. He's gonna be up on a billboard one day. Oh my god. Ava, what happened earlier?
No, it's Roxy, you silly putty.
Oh. Looking back at my previous performances, To the Moon and Finding Paradise before Act 2, with those clips in mind, everyone at Team Hatoful noticed something was subtly, not too subtle, but subtly enough to see something that was different about me. Even though at the time I had no idea. I had no idea at the time. No idea what was happening. But that was my first contact with my fae. And his name is Neil. He is not an OC. He is in fact, and I quote my lovely friend, Celine Kalante, Elijah Sarah, who is confusedly is also named Neil, is a sort of form-changing entity who kept picking characters Elijah was really into at the time, and basing personas around them, and hoping making contact. Neil Watts isn't his first form he tried, but it was the first one that worked. So he kind of clung on to it for a while, and he's his own person now, but there was some character-based quirks he adopted a little too hard. Like an actual phobia of Roxy, he avoids topics such as the pills and what his machine does. I, Elijah, did not realize I had my own Fae. I couldn't hear him. I couldn't sense him. It was like he was behind this barricaded door inside my head, just waiting for it to open. Then something happened. Something very profound happened during Act 3. Especially during those scenes with Neil Watts and Faye. Those scenes were really painful to get through. Even, again, no idea what was happening with me. My Neil, he's still a bit sore about how this all played out, but sometimes you need to let the bad happen so that the good can come in. You know? So I felt two different emotions. Like, I had another person inside me, who knew? Someone was asking me for redemption, and I, Elijah, was not okay with that.
Oh god, no. Oh god, no.
This is fine.
What is this? Ah! What did you do to Ava?
Oh god!
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! I mean...
What the fuck is this? Damn it, this isn't even a real fucking genre I'm paid to sign up for! What do you want?
Some eyes! Leave!
Ah! We can't leave, this is our job! Colin signed for us to be here!
He changed his mind. Leave. You don't belong here.
Fine. You want to play hardball? Let's play frickin' hardball!
So in that scenario, I, Elijah, was Faye, and my Neil was... He was the persona he was taking on at the time. He was Neil Watts. The fighting through Act 3 was not acting.
What the fuck? What is this place?
You tell me.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is my unfinished interface? How are you even here? And where is Ava?
Why should I tell you? You were going to remove me from Colin's memories.
You're necessarily gonna...
You're here to do your job. Are you not? You said yourself that you'd start with me and work your way up.
We only said that because we didn't know you could hear us! Wait, that came out wrong! Listen. You need to believe me. On the patient side. The contracts. This is just misunderstanding. We're here to do what's best for Colin. You can work with us to make that happen.
Does sound enticing. It'd be nice if that were the case. But should I believe you? Well, let's see.
No!
With that last thing, I clipped the microphone, yelling specifically at my Neil in hopes of him getting out of my head.
Listen. I don't know what you take us for. We're here to help him. I mean, I don't know exactly how yet, but at least give us a chance.
He still begged for a chance. It hit me in the core, so to speak. And then he finally struck. He tore down that last wall, and I sobbed here.
Hey, hold on for a minute.
It's only a matter of time now, isn't it? I might not be able to beat you, but don't count on my compliance.
No, I'm not here to. Actually, wait. Oh. Wow, it worked.
What? Now you're bringing me here to get back at me for earlier?
No, I brought you here for privacy. This place should be off the record even for Ava.
Uh-huh. What do you want?
Your cooperation.
I thought we went with that already.
Sure, but now I have something to offer in return.
What can you possibly offer me?
Something mutually beneficial. And even if you don't care for it, I have a feeling Colin would.
It was like two separate people reading those lines, right? Well, that's... Yeah, it was two people, myself and Neil. That Sunday, I made a post about my thoughts on finding paradise, specifically about Neil Watts and how I think he had his own fae. Otherwise, I'm not sure what other reason why he would have that interface in his machine. It had to be why he was so confused in the first place when Faye got in there. Then, my Neil made a noise. It was like a groan. Pained and weary. I tried to keep typing, and then there was that groan again, except it was words. Something to the lines of, "Hey, I'm right here." That's when I remembered something that Celine said a while ago. And I quote, "When you voice Neil, it's like magic." And well, yeah. That's true. It's magic. In conclusion, my Neil is as real and lovely as he can be. Over time, that anger and rage he had towards me because I kept him away for so long. Years. It was years, guys. I had no idea how long that door had been shut. But it's ranging around 12 years. And that sort of anger and unhappiness very quickly turned into platonic love as we got to know each other better, and as he healed through his persona and he became his own person with his own flaws and habits, good and bad. He is wonderful. And soon that platonic love bloomed into a relationship. I really cannot be happy. Neil, he's more than a voice. He has a body, and I always know he's there. And when I'm able to, I can touch him. But now that he's here, I feel like I'm not lost or lonely anymore. Actually, my mental issues have improved over time. And hopefully I can help his too. And now that we're past the whole finding paradise, we're both really glad that it happened. He's here with us, and I don't have it anymore. And
when I see the way you look, shaken by how long